a perfect example of how quickly that can backfire.
Yeah.
You think you know somebody, you think this person is good, you think this person is solid, and then what happens? Welcome to Ambition Academy. My name is Adil.
My name is Cash.
And I'm Cap, aka Nate.
Let's go. You got the Cap Cup with us too.
Episode 2.
It's my signature now. Like, I still want a mug. I still gotta have a mug. Come on, man. Like, come on. It's me.
Yeah.
It's my signature look.
Yeah.
You know what? You can roll with that one, man. That's like that's a Cap Cup, bro.
No, it works. It works.
It works
It's,
so
it's
well.
you.
It's the filling until we get one made, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we always talk about authenticity.
yeah.
There you go. Like, that's authentic to you. People call you Cap. You act like Cap. And not even by like by nature inherently you're like him. Like, it's crazy. So, I mean.
You want to know
gotta roll
something
with
funny
it.
about this mug?
What's that?
This mug I use every time I'm sick. Because it makes me feel better.
Oh,
As childish, as 5-year-old as that sounds, it makes me feel good because every time I'm sipping out of it, and be like,
yeah.
you're okay, man, you can get through this. I don't know, that's just me.
It's a reminder of who you are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you got this.
That's cute.
Every time I'm sick.
You probably do it facing you too.
Oh,
Make
Look at
some
me when I
eye
sip.
contact with the cup.
I'm basically drinking out of my forehead.
Give me. Yeah, that's where you got the super soldier serum, eh?
It's just water.
It is just water. Jokes aside, it's literally just water.
Yeah.
It's super soldier serum.
I was about to say, what'd you put in it? Would you sneak in when I wasn't looking?
What's in the cup?
Cash is just pumping protein powder in there.
They'll never know.
Yeah. No, man. Welcome back, boys. We're here for episode 2. Two
Glad to
twos.
be here.
No, season 2, episode 2. 2 twos.
2 twos.
You know.
Shout out to all my cronies in Toronto. 2 twos, my word.
Oh man. Before we start this episode, I did have some questions here that came
Yes. You told me about them. You told me about these questions, but I don't know them.
in. Yes.
They were given to you, and you're just giving it to us on the fly.
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. So I asked our listeners for some questions, and we did get some questions in. We actually got a handful of questions in, but for the sake of time, I only chose three of the ones that we're going to be answering here today.
Right, let's go.
So the first question is for you, Nate.
Okay.
Cap, welcome to AA.
Even called him Cap.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go.
Cap, welcome to AA. What would be some things you want to learn, and what are some things you want to teach while being on this podcast?
2-part question. I like it. For what I want to learn, one big thing I want to learn is, you kind of know this about me, I'm very comfortable just not coasting, but going with the flow. I'm happy just to be here doing all these things, and just not like here in the podcast, but even just in my life. But sometimes I get too comfortable where, I think, hey, maybe I want to go do this, I want to go do that. And then I just kind of think, nah, that's all good. Like, I'll get to it eventually. I want to be more ambitious. I want to learn to be more ambitious because, once again, you two are some of the most ambitious people I know. And I'm on their podcast, Ambition Academy, where that's something I want to be able to learn from you guys. And then eventually, hopefully one day, teach people how to be more ambitious. So it's also... I'm kind of coming into the podcast being a viewer as well, trying to learn, right? If that kind of makes sense.
Right.
But then something I want to be able to teach is, I think, a big reason as to why I joined the podcast was you guys made a comment to me when you first asked me if I wanted to join the podcast. And it was the fact that you guys said you thought of me as everything that Ambition Academy stands for. Took that to heart. I think that's absolutely, just what an honor. But it is also true, right? People do look up to me. People see me in a certain way, once again, at work, outside. And through everything I've done in life, I want to be able to teach people to be comfortable with themselves as well. I want to be able to teach them to get themselves to a point in their life where I am at in mine, where I'm comfortable with myself, I'm happy with myself, everything I do is just amazing. I want to teach people how to do that, especially if you're starting from nothing, which my original episode before I came on the podcast, we all know I came from nothing. So therefore I want to be able to teach you, you can do it also.
Well, welcome to the Academy of Ambition.
Two twos.
Two twos. Let's go. No, that's very well said, man.
Yeah, very well said.
And they have a lot to learn from you as well. They will, our viewers, our audience, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Hey, I can do this all day.
You can do this all day.
He definitely can do this all day.
And just like his shirt says, leave your mark. He's going to be leaving his mark
Yes,
on
he
this
will.
podcast.
Yes, he will. Absolutely.
Second question is for you, Cash.
I was getting nervous, bro.
Cash, lately it seems like you found your voice on this podcast. How do you prepare yourself when you're doing your car chats or about to film an episode for Urban Academy?
Ooh, you know what? I really like that question because it's very true. I have found my voice. You guys can see my personality come out a bit more, hear me laugh more, hear me talk more, kind of like speak my mind. And let's talk about the podcast first. And to find my voice, essentially, to me, it's very simple now. In the past, I used to kind of go over things I would want to say. Hell, sometimes I'd even chat GPT some stuff to get some ideas for topics. I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. I just speak what comes out of my mind because I realized my mind is the biggest tool that I have, and my mind is the truth. And when you speak the truth, things come naturally. So that is part of the reason why. And if you've paid attention, you've obviously noticed it's come out a lot more. You've seen myself more. You just get to kind of know who I am if you haven't really met me, which is good. I really genuinely like that. And for my car chats, 99% of that is pre-workout. That's the secret there. But I mean, even then, with my car chats, if you have been following and keeping along, for those of you that don't know, if you follow me on Instagram, I do what car chats essentially are is I put a phone to my face and I just speak my mind about something that's on my mind, an opinion, a hot take on something, and I just roll with it. And that's also straight from the mind. It's the truth. It's how I feel. It's my opinions. And I'd like to share that out there because there are some people that agree, some people that disagree. And I like to create conversation like that, right? So for the podcast, it's just more so my mind. And for the Cash Me and the car chats, a little bit of pre-workout gives me a little bit of motivation. So there's your answer for that one.
I think the nice thing about that too, though, is you made the comment about you don't rehearse any of this stuff. We just go into it fly. It is 100% authentic you. It's not curated. You're not trying to look cool in front of the camera doing this. This is who I am.
Absolutely, yeah.
Take it or leave it. And that is the best version of, honestly, in my opinion, anybody.
Exactly. Like when they say the truth will set you free. Just speak what your mind intends you to say, and it's the most natural approach. And people don't like fake people, and people can read when someone's being fake. And we're trying to be as authentic as possible. So that's why we roll with the things that we say and what we do, right? So I mean,
yeah,
that's where we're at.
No doubt, and it's actually crazy because whenever I go back to Toronto to visit family. Mm-hmm. And I go to see my barber. Shout out to Arian, by the way.
Oh yeah, shout out! I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, he's like an older brother to me. He's always giving me advice. I've known him for almost 13 years now, 14 years, give or take.
Yeah,
very long time. But including himself and a bunch of other friends that don't know you, that haven't met you yet, say they feel like they know you because of how you've been now on the podcast. How you present yourself, right? And the truth is that he is how he is on camera, off camera, right? He's authentically himself. And anybody that knows him in real life that's watching this episode can attest to that.
I think take it from me, somebody who's known you 12 years. 12 years. You are the exact same as you are today than who you were 12 years ago. You are the exact same because you are
Appreciate
your
that.
authentic self.
I appreciate that. For those of you that don't know, I laugh a lot at things. So you catch me laughing.
Yeah.
It's usually just something that I'm thinking of that has no. It's something that you say that in my mind, I pick up a certain memory and I start laughing and like it just happens. So it's just.
Well, we were doing it earlier. We were just, talking upstairs, doing whatever, and then we made a comment about like, yo, that was 7 years ago. We're like, no, it wasn't. Like, that was 7 years ago. It feels like what, 2 years ago, just yesterday, whatever it is. But I think we kind of forget sometimes as to how long ago things were because we are also exactly who we were back then. So it almost feels like no time has passed.
That's true.
Certain stuff.
Because we haven't really changed.
Yes.
I mean, we've grown in certain areas, but like
Yeah.
the I always say the who we are. The who we are hasn't changed. The what we want in our lives, those have changed, but the who we are down to our core is kind of stayed the same.
Same.
Right? So
Yeah, no, for sure.
come on, you got a question for yourself too.
I did, but I kind of didn't want to answer that here.
Why not?
Okay, fine. I'll answer it.
You better answer it, man.
Come on.
So the question, pretty much I'm paraphrasing here, just based off memory. The question was, based on the way I style myself, I dress, how many pair of shoes do you own? What was the question?
Bro,
Are you a shoe guy?
No, I'm not really a shoe guy.
What do you mean by you're not a shoe guy? All right, like,
okay,
oh, what are we talking about? Are you talking like 10, 15 pairs of shoes?
More.
Shut up.
More.
How many shoes?
Roughly, I would say around 50 to 60.
Shut up.
50 to 60.
You don't think you're a shoe guy?
Well, shoe people are people that know the brands, the names, and everything. I don't have interest in any of that. If I like a shoe, the way it looks, the way it feels, I'll buy it. And I'll wear it.
I've got 5 shoes.
bro.
I've got 5 pairs of shoes.
Listen. You need a white pair, a black pair, dress shoes brown and black,
boot.
and you're done. That's it.
But what about when you're going to the gym and you're wearing something red? You need red.
Yeah.
That's an example.
That's why I'm like, bro, I know how many pair of shoes this guy has. and
I'm
it's-
learning something about you today that I've never known before.
Bro,
I'm not a shoe guy. What do you mean shoe guy? 60? You're a shoe guy.
you're a shoe guy.
Oh,
Is he a shoe guy? Hands up. Hands up. Yeah, you're a shoe guy. Done.
fine.
What size are you though?
11.
Ooh.
11.
Hey,
Well, I was
maybe
just
we-
making fun of you. Now I'm a size 11 too. We can
Hey,
see
Oh,
what
you
you
can
got.
borrow whenever you...
after the podcast, then we go check out some shoes, bro. Upstairs.
I'm a shoe guy. What do you got? 60. Oh.
Go crazy. No, I when I met him,
Yeah.
and like when we'd go out to like the mall or something, I'm always like, man, this guy got how many pair of shoes this guy has? Because like, and they would like his outfit, like the way he dresses is
Yeah.
is peak.
Oh, 100%.
Right, like
See,
everything kind
yes.
of matches and shit, and I'm like, what the heck, man? Like this guy like has matching shoes for everything, which is really good, right? But the funny thing was when I went back to Toronto
Mm-hmm.
and I saw his dad. That's where he got it from. This guy's dad had like, what were they, like highlighter, like yellow shoes on or something? Or were they red?
Red
They were
shoes.
red. And then we're like walking around, like where were we? We were in
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. And then we're just going there and I look at him and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's where you got it from. Man, this guy's dad's been rocking with these like
No,
bright ass
funny-
red shoes.
So funny enough, my
Shout
dad...
out to your dad.
Yes, shout out
Solid
to
guy.
dad.
Solid guy, man.
Love you. But no, so my dad actually started dressing like that now. Where like, he was still, obviously dress his age and everything, but he'll put on some fresh kicks or whatever, and then he'll be like, damn.
Yo.
Before that, my dad would just wear like, dress shoes or the laceless shoes.
Yeah.
The dress shoes,
Right,
which is
right,
his actual signature.
Yeah.
But now, with the sweater, the jeans, he'll put on some fresh white kicks or whatever, and I'm just like, man.
Bro, he looked like
I
a
like
straight
it.
mafia boss now, man.
That's all. I'm happy for you for that. That makes me happy.
Yeah, that's funny, man. That was
Yeah.
like got it from your dad.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
sure, you taught him. Yeah,
On to the next question, the original question. This is more a question for, I guess, both of us. So the question goes, how was the Phoenix trip and the bachelor party? So I'll let you kick this off.
This one too is a little interesting for me because we talked about it slightly. They informed me of certain things that happened, but also I was like, don't tell me everything. I don't want to know. We're going to do an episode on this. Give me the details there. So right now I'm going to be sort of like the audience on this one, just absorbing it in fully now.
So I personally didn't want to answer this question if I'm being very truthful, but about 4 to 5 different people asked either about the bachelor party or Phoenix, so I combined it to answer both of them.
Well, listen, man, we gotta answer the question, but I'm kind of confused. What are they talking about? Bachelor party? There was a bachelor party we went to?
Yeah, I don't recall any bachelor party in
bachelor
Phoenix.
party we went to. I recall Phoenix, but I mean, what do you... So here's how the story goes. There was a bachelor party that we were invited to, but I mean, a week before the flight, it was a week before, wasn't it? Or was it 2?
Week and a half.
It was a week and a half before the flights. Yours truly got kicked out of the bachelor party. So then Adil's like, you know what, man? Like, no, I'm out too, man. Like, we're both not going to it, right? Yeah. So what we ended up doing due to unfortunate events, very unexpected too, we ended up making a trip out of it because we spent money to go there. The flights weren't cheap. The hotels weren't cheap. And we ended up going to a place that we originally wouldn't have went ever if it wasn't for this event, which was really frustrating because, I mean, if you put yourself in that situation, imagine paying to go to a place that you would have never gone to had there not been an event, and you're forced to pay for it. Right, because we couldn't get a refund on the flight. We tried that.
Yes.
We couldn't get a a different flight to somewhere else. We couldn't get that.
No credit. Nothing.
And the third one was we couldn't get a credit because I even asked for that. I'm like, can we get a credit? Then maybe we can go to somewhere we want to go at a later date. No. So then we started looking up. Okay, so we can't go to this bachelor party, and I tried to make some amends to make things work, but he was having none of it. So we started looking up what there is to do in Phoenix, and we made a trip out of it, and it turned out very good. The trip was amazing. I mean, we checked out the zoo there. We checked out rooftop patios.
There's a vlog out.
Lounges. There was a...
Yes.
There's a vlog out on the channel. Check it out.
Yes. If you haven't already, there is a vlog out. Guys, check it out. It's our first vlog. I mean, don't be overly critical. It was...
I loved it. If, in all honesty, if anyone was going to be the most critical about it, I think it would be me in a constructive criticism way.
Right.
I loved it. It was so much fun seeing you guys like go through and see it all. And like I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was very well done.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. And I'm glad you used that word constructive criticism because that kind of is one of the big reasons why I believe, in my opinion, that I was outed from the bachelor party specifically. Because of constructive criticism towards the individual, right?
Yeah.
And you know what constructive criticism is? It's essentially you see something about someone that you care for, a friend, a family, whatever, and you're trying to help them. You're trying to guide them out of something, and there's only so much you can do for this person. And if they don't take it,
everything you're doing is with the best of intentions in mind. There is nothing you're doing or saying that's meant to be taken in a negative way.
Exactly. And I mean, you've known me for the longest time. I always try to do things with the purest of intentions, not to slander someone or to disrespect them or anything. I mean, you mentioned it before in the podcast. Cash is giving you the business. You got to take the business.
Yes.
You know, if he's giving it to you, you listen to it. It's not to keep you down. It's to actually bring you up. Because I'm seeing something maybe you're oblivious to, right? That's what friends do. You know, I have sharp intuition and I can see things about certain people, read things about certain things. And Adil here is just as sharp, I think even more in some degrees, is sharper than me at seeing certain things about individuals. So it was a period of time where this was going on. And I think it just kind of like, there was like a breaking point. And I mean, in my opinion, like I said, everyone has their own views on whatever this whole circumstance situation is, but you don't mess with friends, family, or faith, in my opinion. So messing with my friend, who is also my family, and my finances, right? Like you kind of don't do that. But I mean, it is what it is. We turned that unexpected event into like an amazing trip. And now the biggest pro that I take from that is I would love to go back to Phoenix on my own accord with
Yes.
you.
Yes.
You know, I would love to say we're booking the trip to go to Phoenix because I want to go, you want to go, you want to go.
Yes.
You know what? What really upset me about the whole situation was that number one, it was done on false claims, right? There were multiple people. Well, not really multiple. A couple people, I would say,
Yeah.
more than one, that initiated this, so to speak. And I didn't even tell you about this, but I actually was able to get the privilege to see that group chat where the conversation was mentioned.
What?
Yes. And shout out to that individual, by the way. I appreciate you.
Oh, snap.
But long story short, all I'm going to say, I'm not going to out anybody on the podcast here.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I'm joking.
but long story short, it started by one person. They messaged the individual, hey, look, look what Cash is doing. And then other people slowly got involved, and then it kind of just was within that conversation of that chat itself. And the reason why I was able to get my hands on this information was because I just happened to run into the individual. We were talking, and then he asked me some questions. And then when I told him like our side, he's like, "Oh, that makes a lot more sense," because he's like, "I know Cash. She's a very good person."
Hearing both sides of the story, make an own judgment call based off of that information they knew, and wait a second, something doesn't add up here.
Yeah,
Shout out to that guy, actually. Thank you. I appreciate
you.
that. Because
Honestly.
I take pride in who I am as a person. If someone respects me enough to, have my back, shout out. I don't
Yeah.
even need to know who it is. If you're watching, whoever you are, I appreciate that because I am who I am.
You know what I like?
And-
You know what I like? And I think all of us do. Everybody in life likes this. Everybody just likes the truth.
Yes.
Just give it to how it is. Hey, if I was wrong, and the truth is I was wrong, as much as it sucks to be wrong, I'm like, man, you were right. Hey, but the truth is I was wrong. You were right. So be it. Let's move on.
Absolutely.
But then to try and cover up or fabricate something else to hide that, that sucks. Really, is it that important to you to make yourself be right in that situation, even though you weren't? You're making a situation out of nothing.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could have just, hey, whatever, it is what it is. The one person initiated kind of saying something like, hey, look, let's see what they're doing. You could have just left it at that. But then it sounded like they made it into something far more than it was. And then you're just going,
Unfortunately,
this wasn't
but
at all the intent, but here we are now, unfortunately. Right?
Yeah.
You're essentially, is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It broke it down.
but that was one of the main things that upset me. The other thing that upset me was just thinking about you spending money for someone else's happiness, right?
Yeah.
To be there for their happiness, right? You're spending your hard-earned money for that, and then all of a sudden that gets taken away for whatever false claims, allegations, whatever you want to call it. But I don't want to keep on prolonging this answer here, but
essentially that's the answer. That
bad.
is the
pretty
answer.
much, yeah.
It's bad energy. Let it
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Don't let it drink.
Phoenix shirt was amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Phoenix, by the way.
Oh yeah.
We'll definitely be going there again at some point in the future.
We have to check it out.
It
Yeah.
sounds fantastic. It looked fantastic. Like you were saying,
It was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
It was. If we can take anything from this, and that's what you should in life. If something takes an unexpected turn, an event that happens,
Yeah.
you got to come up with a game plan and move forward. We could have just sat there and been like, you know what? We could have got angry. We could have got upset. I could have chosen to attack the person verbally, physically, whatever the case is. But I'm like, you know what? No. Let's just we got to do what we got to do. This is the circumstance. This is the situation.
Yeah.
So, and we did what we had to do, man. And we didn't, we had the greatest of time there, man.
It's
It was
a prime
amazing.
example
It was
of
amazing.
taking your own happiness into your own hands. Once again, you can't control other people's actions. Once again, you did
Yep.
something with the best of intentions. X amount of people took it wrong, and now you're on the tail end of it. You can't avoid somebody trying to put you in one of those situations. All you can
right.
do is act in a certain way about that situation. Even though it's negative, even though it sucks, your name's getting slandered, by all these other parties. So be it. You're not in control of that. You're only in control of how you react to
Absolutely.
what's happening.
Absolutely. That's like one of the quotes I always say. You're not what happens to you. You are how you react to what happens to you.
Yes.
Yeah, I've said this so many times. I love that quote so much.
Okay, we are back live. Technical difficulty.
You know what? We're going to tell you about this one technical difficulty because it's one that brings a weird smile to my face. So the technical difficulty was the one camera that we used to get this shot is Cash's phone. And the thing with Cash is he likes memories.
I do.
This guy has not offloaded his phone probably as long as I've known you. As long as I've known you. Because you're always the one filming.
Right.
You're always the one filming.
Videos from, yeah, you're right.
You can go back 10 years on your phone right now, and you still have videos of me being a little kid doing dumb things.
That's right.
But that just goes to show how wholesome you are as a person, where you cherish those memories.
I do.
And
That's
what was
right.
happening was you only had like megabytes left. And the recording stopped after 2 minutes, but that's all the space you had left. So you had to delete old videos off your phone. So that way we have more. So that's the technical difficulty, was Cash's heart.
No, what's the first one?
Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, bro. You made that so wholesome. Oh, I
It's
appreciate
the first one, by the way, of the season. You know, hopefully just this one, but
Yeah.
it wasn't even a big one. It was just one camera angle. Like the audio's good, the lighting's good. You know,
Yeah.
season one we had issues with certain
Yeah.
things, but
Also, too,
this was just
with what was being said, pure gold. I don't
Yeah.
care. I keep that in. I pick the
yeah.
white one.
Yeah, yeah.
Gold. Yeah, I don't know if YouTube's gonna like that one, but oh well.
My intuition was sharp back then.
you
Still
chose the right
I
friend.
chose wisely.
My
Chosen-
young Padawan.
Back to the topic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, as you know, previously mentioned, it's unfortunate that you have to pick and choose your friends, even in this day and age.
Yeah.
Right? How do you make friends? You make friends when you meet people at work. You make friends when you meet people at school, etc. Somebody you vibe with, and you're like, yeah, you know, this guy's cool or this girl's cool. You know, I'm going to be friends with them. But our jobs, you know, where we work, is a perfect example of how quickly that can backfire.
Yeah.
You think you know somebody, you think this person is good, you think this person is solid, and then what happens?
Yeah, that's right.
And even before I came, you two can probably attest to this, but I heard that there were fights in the girls' change room, locker rooms.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, shit like that happened, man. You hear that and you're like,
Get
what?
that, you know, you might not like people. There's a lot of people I don't like. I prefer cats over most people.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna
Me too.
fight somebody that I don't like. Oh, I think all of us. Well, we're not gonna fight anybody over it. If you just don't like somebody, do your best to avoid them. And if you can't avoid them, tolerate them for the however many hours you got to see them.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not worth the energy.
No, 100%. Like, I mean, back in the day, they used to say opposites attract. And they used to say that about, like, relationships.
Yep.
But, like, that was also, like, friendships as well. Like, opposites attract. And the whole point of that was to see another perspective. The opposite perspective of yours, right? And you're supposed to look at that and be like, that's interesting because I don't think that way, but you think this way and you're a great person. So maybe I need to be a bit more understanding of that viewpoint. In 2026, that doesn't exist. You need to find someone that is not the opposite of you because people aren't able to understand context. People aren't able to understand another person's point of view, their perspective. They can't meet in the middle because they're like, my point's right. And they're hell bent on, no, my point, my view. You think that way? No, you're a horrible person. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's how we become more intelligent. That's how the word compromise, just understand that, hey, listen, just because you have a different view doesn't mean you're a horrible person. Like, we can still be friends. I mean, if you look at our parents, some of them, my parents were arranged marriages, and I mean, I'm not saying they were opposites by a lot, but they were different people, but they were great people.
Oh, my parents,
Right?
I look at them now, and divorced when I was 3. It's all I've ever known. I look at my parents now, I'm like, how did you two ever make 2 babies? Like, it does not make sense. But once again, like you said, not horrible people.
Yeah.
It's just they did not match up. But that's okay. I think it's 100% fine and healthy to have your own point of view about something. Your own
Absolutely.
sense. Even you and I, we keep joking. We've known each other for 12 years. There are still things, you and I, and I don't mean it in a bad way, that we just don't see eye to eye on. You might have an opinion about something. I'm like, yeah, it's not an opinion that I believe in or like, but I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm not going to make you feel less about your decisions or your thoughts or your preferences.
Of course,
just
yeah.
because it's not what I'm about, right?
Right.
Like for me, my biggest one, and it's a hot topic, so everybody relax for a second. I'm not a religious guy at all. I believe in what makes me happy, and that's it. I was never introduced to that as a kid, church, whatever. I got nothing. I know you're religious.
Yeah.
I know you're religious as well. Just because you have completely different beliefs than me, I'm not putting you guys down for that. I respect you more for having those views because, once again, those views, those religions are what make you you. If you, both of you sitting here right now, if we were to take out
Listen to this,
religion
guys. Listen to this.
from your entire life, you wouldn't be who you are sitting here today.
Thank you.
Everything, right now, who you are is everything from your past. Every decision and who you are today, I enjoy it. It's what makes me happy, the two of you here. But once again, you remove one of those qualities and you're going to be a completely different person. And once again, you know me and you are comfortable enough to talk about this one with me.
Yeah.
Where if you didn't have your father figure in your life from when you did, I wouldn't be here today. Think about that. Think about that.
Wow. Yeah.
I
that's
wouldn't
right.
be here.
That's right.
You would have a completely different life, a life-altering decision or event in your life.
That's right.
If that didn't happen, this
That's
would
right.
not be a thing,
That's right.
right?
You've also reminded me about something like that. Something similar. That's
And
very true.
And that's crazy. But
Yeah.
once again, I'm not going to slight you for any of those other decisions in between. Like, once again, that was a major life-altering event for
Absolutely.
you. That was a defining moment for you.
Yes, it was.
But it's all
canon moment. For you.
canon moment.
100%.
But it's all those small little things that too many people get hung up on nowadays. Once again, still not trying to slight the individual, but one comment, one clip set you down a road that then made you want to, shit talk somebody, put them down, get others on. Like, I would understand that if it was something big, like if you wrecked his car. Okay, all right, gloves are off, go for it, have fun. But a tiny little incident. But like you were saying, people lose it over the smallest things nowadays.
Absolutely.
But the problem also with that is, how do you know that individual is going to lose it after one of those situations? Right? You have no idea. You actually have to give everybody that opportunity to show their true colors. And sometimes that's the worst. And you and I know this the most from our past and our groups of people that we've had, where I too, guilty of it. I thought somebody was a better person for me than, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And that was a horrible choice. Horrible choice. But here was the thing. I didn't know it was going to be a horrible choice at the time. I thought I was making the best choice.
Yep.
And it absolutely was not. But here's the thing. I learned from that situation. And that's the biggest thing. Everyone can mess up. We've talked about this. Failure is an option. Quitting is not. You can fail, but you have to learn from that failure and take something away from that. Right? As long as you do
100%.
that, it's totally fine.
That's right.
So we all have made decisions about friends, people that we thought were going to be good and turned out absolutely not. Horrible choice. But that's on us. That's our bad. Learned from that. And now I know I have this different perspective where I can now look at somebody, and you said it, you got that intuition where you go, I know exactly what you're doing because that's happened to me in the past. So-and-so, exactly.
That's a good point. Experience exposes things,
Experience,
right? Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
Yep.
And like, what you just said about like, that makes us who we are. It's the same is applied to you. So like, if I was like super religious and I'm like, oh, you're not God-fearing, you don't believe that? Like, and I just went on that, I would lose a perfectly good, genuine human being as a friend, as a brother, as family for over what? But that's my view, my take. today's day and age is like, if you don't believe in what I believe in, or my opinion, or my view, or whatever, it's like, no, you are a horrible person. You are this, you are that. I was like, I mean, if you look at like me and Adil, we are actually very different in a lot of ways, like
Yes.
interest wise,
Yep.
and like what we choose to do.
Yep.
The whole, like, for example, I'm just going to say it. I don't party as much as I used to on those days, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to give you an example right now. Had he met me at that time, he would probably be like,
You told
yo,
me this before.
I don't want nothing to do with this guy. This guy, that's all he does. That's all he does is goes and he drinks and he parties and that's all he does. It works. He's a great dude, but he doesn't have anything kind of else other than that. Had you partied, you'd be like, yo, I love this guy. This guy knows how to party. This guy knows how to set up a team of people to go out with. They're always fun when I'm around him. But like, we have different things that we like, but we're like best of friends because of who we are, who you are as a person. Who you are as a person, that trumps what we choose to do sometimes, right? He knows, and I know very well about him, vice versa, is like who he is, his character, his morals, his values, as I know about you.
Yeah.
That's what you need to look at when you're finding a friend, not what they are, but who they are.
I think that's a big thing as well, and it's kind of like wraps up everything we were talking about with this topic of how do you pick your friends and what to look for, sort of. The biggest one, and I think it can kind of almost like wrap this topic up of look for people that have your best interest in mind. Look for people that have nothing to gain from you except happiness.
Ooh.
Because that's a big thing.
I need a bell. You know, like every time I'm wise, like I'd be ringing that thing like 3 times already, man. Like the things you're saying, man.
A lot of my experience is I'm not trying to be the coolest, baddest guy around there. I'm not trying to be like that cool guy because trust me, I do not think I'm cool. A lot of people
pretty
kinda, A lot of people might look at me and want to be friends with me because they think I'm somebody, right?
I like that. Yeah.
They think
I know
I'm
what you
this
mean.
cool, popular guy and the coolest guy at work. I'm going out on the weekends partying because of just stature and attitude and confidence.
Yeah.
Little do they know, all I want to do on the weekend is stay at home with my wife, play video games with my 3 cats. Like that's not me. That's not me. But they're trying to be my friend for recognition, for the optics of being my friend. Do they want to be my friend? Be the guy that's going to show up and work out with me and train me and turn me into this? Are they going to be the guy that sit down with me and have a conversation with me for an hour when I go through a hard time? No, they ain't going to be one of those guys. They're there for the moments that best suit them. And then that is not a friend. That is not a friend. Right?
That's right.
That's a fake friend. And the sucky thing is, it is very hard to find those people. To find out those people, right?
Yeah.
But once again, from what you guys have told me, not my own opinion, from what you have told me, that sounds like your guys' situation. The individual was in it not for because they wanted to and they truly wanted to be your friend. There was something to gain out of either the two of you as friends or the situation podcast as a whole.
Where's that bell?
So
We got to get a bell.
like I said, to kind of like sum that up, that is my opinion. If I had to put this all in a nutshell, find a friend that has nothing to gain by being your friend.
You say this. I was just going to ask a question right before this, and I don't know why you're laughing.
Yeah, see, we know, we're synced. You know, when I laugh, he knows.
I know why you're laughing. If you know, you know. But I was going to ask a question.
You're gonna ask a question?
I was going to ask a question related to. Hold on. I was going to ask a question in regards to this topic where how do you pick your friends then? Because you would assume that everyone's the same as yourself, but that's not the case, right?
You want to see the best in people. I think if you were a relatively happy individual, sunshine and rainbows, whatever it is, anybody I look at, I want to see with the best of intentions. But once again, they're not necessarily going to be looking at me in the exact same way.
No, that's right. And I remember back in the day, we got a cat on the table.
Little
To be
special
cat in the
guest.
hat, cat on the table. Oh, cat in the cap.
You know what?
Cat in the
I'll
cap.
still drink it.
Cat in the cap.
That is exact. My cats drink my milk in
Yep.
the morning, and we share milk in the. Please not a paw though, okay? My cats share my milk in the morning, so I'm used to it.
Are your cat's as jacked as you?
One is he's thick.
Everyone say hi to Mew.
That's funny. He's so cute. But remember back in the day where we used to, there used to be a saying where opposites attract?
Yep.
Right? Relationships, friendships, and all that. It used to be an opposing view, an opposing culture, religion, whatever it was. Opposites used to attract, and you used to understand a perspective from somebody else. Right? And that's what would kind of like change your own view. Because like if you're attracted to a certain person, but they were like an opposite of you, but you're like, hey, they're a decent person. And this could be a friend, this could be someone you're dating, whatever it was, but you're like, they're actually a really good person, but like they have really different views. But if they can have these different views, but be a good person, I mean, that kind of just shows that, hey, listen, like maybe, like you start checking yourself because you're like, hey, maybe they're not as bad as I thought, right?
Yep.
But then it also gives you a balance to your life, right? Because if you're, let's just say you're like a hot-headed person and you meet someone that's very chill and relaxed, it kind of cools you down. You got fire, you got ice, and it cools you down, right? So you know what's funny is like, I mean, I used to be a lot more fiery, and I've actually noticed this when I spend time with you or even in the past, I chilled out a lot because my fire is passion. It's passion and it's emotion, right? So when I'm mad, like I'm pretty mad. When I'm happy, you guys have heard me laugh like a hyena how many times, right? Like in this podcast, I've just been laughing, right? But I mean, I'm an emotional person. That's where the fire is, right? I'm not saying you're not emotional, but like you're just far more chill about it, right? You know if I'm upset, you can see it in my face, right?
Yeah.
But that's how the world used to be, and people used to actually be okay with that, and they'd be like, okay, this is great, like I'm learning a new perspective, but 2026 that doesn't apply, because if you have a different view or a different religion, different whatever, etc. the case is, boom, you're done. It's like, no, I don't want nothing to do with you. You did this, or you think this way, or you made this post, or you laughed at this, or whatever, and it's like now you're just gonna write the entire person off. Like to me, it's freaking crazy.
I'm so glad you said write a post. That's a huge
Right?
thing. Huge thing. I might be another reason as to why I don't like or have social media as much. I'm very much a in-person kind of a guy. I'm not saying I am sarcastic. I'm very dry when I deliver most of my things. I'm very cut and dry. This is just, you asked me a question, here it is.
Yep.
I catch myself in person at times where I'll say something and I'm like, hey man, I'm sorry. That sounded sarcastic. Wasn't meant to be though. And they go, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, sorry. In my head, it sounded sarcastic. Sorry. You don't get that over text. You
That's
don't
right.
get that when you make a post. Everyone interprets things differently, and like everyone's like, put an emoji behind it. Still, everyone still gets so butthurt if you don't put the right emojis, but sometimes they interpret things differently, and then, like you say, it wasn't meant to be taken that way.
Right.
But then everyone's going to run with it because they will believe what they want to believe, even though the truth is, hey, I didn't laugh at that necessarily. It was something else.
Absolutely.
Take it out of context.
Context.
Yeah, and that is huge. And once again, you try and defend yourself, but people are like, no, you wrote it, it's here. I'm like, yes, but the context is wrong. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then like in regards to social circle and friendships and stuff like that, if there's someone that's seeing something like that, they'll just be like, this guy, no, we're going to write him off. We don't care if he's knowledgeable, this or that, or all the accomplishments he's had or whatever, etc. They'll just be like, nope, we'll write this person off. And you're missing out on a lot of value due to one post, due to my sense of humor, your sense of humor, etc. People are different, but I've said this before, it's not what you choose to do, it is who you are as a person. There are very genuinely good people that have a very, and I want to use humor in like comedy shows, people laugh at some dark things. Some dark things, and like, you know, they have a weird sense of humor and whatnot, but like they're genuinely good people, you know what I mean? But it's crazy, right? You can't write a person off for that. You know?
Well, you made a small comment to it of, you know, oh yeah, if you know, you know, where you made a small comment to what you were just saying, where, you know, a true friend, and then once again, on topic, like how to kind of know if somebody might not be your friend. If somebody truly is your friend and, you know, you took something out of context of what was said, what was done. If I'm your friend, I'm going to come up to you and be like, hey man, what did you mean this by this? Or did you mean this? Like I interpreted two different ways. What did you truly mean by it? And you go, oh yeah, dude, I totally meant like this. And you go, oh, okay, thank God. Like, I thought you might have meant this. And you're like, whoa, no. I would never say that to you, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's what a true friend would do, though. They're not just going to interpret and be like, you said this. Like, even though I know you the most out of everybody, there might still be something you say that I go, oh, I interpreted that weird. Let me ask you about it. And then we can figure it out from there. But if you're not really my friend, if you're just going to immediately take something I say, run opposite to it, and start telling everybody, oh yeah, he meant this by this. I'm like, I did not say that. I did not mean it that way.
That's right.
Ask me. That's
right.
a true friend.
That's right.
I think my take on this is simple. You know, just like life, you know, people always say life is meant to be lived. Yes, but life is also meant to be, you know, felt. You should always feel things, right? And same thing goes for friendships as well. You should be able to feel things when you know it's a true friendship, right?
That's right.
So friends are supposed to make you feel energized. They're supposed to make you feel happy. They're supposed to make you feel appreciated, you know, safe enough to be vulnerable around them, right?
Yeah.
They're not supposed to make you feel judged, anxious, angry, and, you know, all the above, right?
That's right.
So that's my take on it. So that's how you should look for those little signals and detect if this person is legitimate or not.
Yeah, you don't remember you said earlier upstairs, you're like, you're referring to a conversation you had, but you're like, you want to tell the person maybe not necessarily what they want to hear, but you're telling them out of their best interest.
Yeah, what they need to hear.
What they need to hear.
Yes.
That is a true friend.
Yep.
I mean, we had a situation, I think we spoke with this on the podcast before, where I called you about something, it was a miscommunication of something, he apologized, and now I feel terrible because I took it the wrong way, and we sorted it out just like that. Like, he felt bad, I felt bad, I felt even worse because like I'm the one that perceived it in a way that he wasn't even implying in that way. Yeah. You know, it was one of those situations, and you know, I'm like, I'm never making that mistake. I never did after that point. I never made that mistake again because you got to get to learn your friends and where they're coming from, right?
Well, there's something to be said about what you touched on there of what we were talking about earlier of it's not what you want them to hear, it's what they need to hear. That's also another key thing about being a good friend. Sometimes being a good friend is telling them not what they want to hear, but what the truth is. Right? Like, hey, you're acting different. Like, no, I'm not. Like, no, man, I'm bottom of my heart. You're acting a little different for, you know, XYZ reasons. I'm noticing it. So if I'm noticing it, others are too. And then you have that moment to reflect. It's up to you to also be that person where you're not going to be like, get out of here. Get out of my face, man. Screw you, man. You don't even know me. You have that reflection on yourself and you go, you know what, man? Shit. Maybe I am. Like, if you're noticing it. But lying to your friend also isn't helping them, that you're not being a friend that way. Right?
That's true. That is true.
And that's where we talked about, though, the constructive criticism. It's not that I'm being a dick and being like, yo, your shirt looks like garbage right now. It might just be like, hey, man, you know what? It's not quite the color for you. It's a good shirt, but it's not the color for you.
Good example,
right?
Yes.
And once again, no, it's a fantastic shirt. It looks great on you. But that's the point. I was the first thing I saw when you came in. I was like, nice.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Doug.
But once again, that is the example that we're talking about of you be constructive, especially with your friends, where those are the best ones. You know, if we go to the mall, I'm trying a pair of jeans, I'm like, yo, how does it look? And you're like, man, you kind of got like a frumpy looking butt, but oh yeah, looks great, Nate. I'm like, oh sweet, I'll buy it. You ain't my friend. Yeah, my friend, right? Just go, no, doesn't look good on you. But like, I love it though. No, it's not for you.
No, that's right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I would prefer that.
You know, you guys both touched on like friendships in order to be vulnerable around them. And when you're picking your friend, you're almost allowing them the power to say something to you or the power for them to recognize who you are. So if you fall off track, they are the ones to be like, hey, like you just mentioned, if they're doing something they're not supposed to do, you're like, hey, man, you're acting weird.
Yep.
So a lot of people sometimes when you'll approach them, like, and you consider them your friends, you're like, hey man, something's off about you, and they don't trust you. That is the they problem, because they're supposed to choose you as the friend, the person that's going to guide them in case something goes wrong. So if one of you two actually told me something's off, I am 1,000% going to believe it, because I put my trust in you and I know how you guys are. I know who you are. So if you're telling me something's up with me, I'm not going to even question it. I'm going to be like, yo, they're right, because they know me and they're looking out for my best interest. So when you are choosing your circle and your friendships, you're giving him the power to criticize you in a constructive way, or to pull you out of the wrong path, or to direct you back onto the right road, whatever this case may be. But that's one thing that people don't do. They get defensive right away, and it's like, this is your friend telling you. It's not some random stranger tells me, like you said, let's say your shirt's ugly. I'd be like, okay, cool, buddy. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't even know who this guy is. I don't care. Who are you in my life? You have done nothing for me. But like you guys, for example, have given me all sorts of kindness, love, your time, your efforts, the amount of times I've reached out to Ideal for like all these these issues and concerns that I have in my life. And he's given me hours out of his day when he himself is going through crazy amount of issues that are like, when he tells me what they are, I'm like, man, like, how did you make time for me, right? So that's why he has the power to be like, hey man, this is wrong about you, or this is I don't agree with this, man. Maybe you should change this up, you know. Or he's the one to put me on the right track.
Honestly, you talked about it earlier. The bell of wisdom. I'm ringing it right now for you. That was beautifully said. That was beautiful.
Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding. We gotta get it.
Don't do it like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't do it like that.
Oh, okay.
I look bad. Ding ding ding. Not ding ding ding.
Oh. See, constructive criticism, bro. See, right live. I just got my boy to tell me how to ring a bell.
Oh man. Well, that just about wraps up this episode.
No.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and listening. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and as far as social medias go. And then you can listen to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, Apple Podcasts, and there's a third one, or one last one I'm forgetting here.
Nah, you don't miss. You got them all.
I think that was all of them.
Yeah, you don't miss. This guy don't miss.
I'm so glad you do that. I
I
can
know.
do it.
We could
Yeah,
do it.
there's actually so I didn't tell you this, but there's other small platforms now that you can find our podcast on as well, like the smaller name companies now.
This guy.
So if you search it up on Google, you can find it. So I'm actually very happy about that. So thank you very much for that.
Yo, Google me. Google me. Google me.
Yo, you can Google us now. Yes, sir.
Yeah. My name is Adil,
My name is Cash.
Having Cap.
and this is Ambition Academy.
We are out.
See ya.